Hello everyone, my name is Patience Madlion, popularly known as Lioness. I'm a farmer, the CEO of Survive 54 Farms. I'm also a business lady, and I'm here in the capacity as a one-star director in Immeri. Come with me and listen to my Immeri success story. So before I came across Immeri, I had done several network marketing. I have been involved in lots of network marketing companies, and have been burnt. I can't actually say I succeeded in any. And so at the point I felt network marketing was not for me. I felt that all I needed to do was to just do my farm work and do something that that's tangible that I could see. But you know how it is, you don't quit until you win. So I began to search for opportunities. Especially with the fact that at that point in 2018, I had lost my husband. 2018, 2019, I was trying to find my footing in the world as a whole, because my life changed. The whole country became very insecure. There was insecurity everywhere, and the insecurity was what was responsible for my husband's death. And so I had to move out from where I was originally located, where I had my base, I had my business, I had everything. I had to move out and then move to Abuja. And being in Abuja meant that I had to do something new, because I also couldn't go back to the farm because that is where most of the insecurity was happening. So I had to think of what to do, what other business to do. And the only one that readily came to mind and was also very easy for me to access was network marketing. But even at that, at that decision-making process, I realized that I needed to be very, very certain of what I wanted to do, what kind of company I wanted, what kind of company would give me the kind of succor that I so much craved. Because like I said earlier on, I had lost a lot of money, I have lost a lot of opportunities, I've lost friends because I introduced them to businesses that they were not sustainable. So I had made a checklist for myself of what I wanted in a company. I had said to myself that if I must get a company, the company must be physically located in Nigeria. That is one. And the company must have physical, tangible product that I can touch with my hands. And then if I make payment to the company should give me my product. Even if they don't give me 100% of what's my amount that I paid, I expected that the company should give me like 50, 80% of what I have paid, so that either way I don't lose so much. Then thirdly, I needed that also those products to be registered with Nigeria under the Nigerian authority, because there's one thing for you to have product, another thing for you to get the product registered, because if the product is not registered, that means I won't have the freedom to sell my product anywhere. And fourthly, I wanted to be sure that the company has a bank account in Nigeria, which means that I do not only earn from points. I mean, when I earn from the company, I don't earn just points, but I can also cash my money from the bank. And then fifthly, I wanted the company to be registered in Nigeria, which means that they can be sued and they can also sue me. So all this was what I wanted as a checklist of a company. So when I was introduced to Immeri, that was the first 5 points I said to the person that introduced me. I said, is this company this, is this, is this? And then all the checkpoints were all checked, because I came and I saw a company that was really, really, really ready for business. Before they got to start getting distributors, they were readily available, as in they were physically present in Nigeria. They had registered the company with the Nigerian law, and they had also registered the products with the authorities. And so I had an account with Zenith Bank at that point. So I was like, okay, these guys were ready for business. But something else needed to be, I needed to be accepted. Needed to be certain about that. And that thing was, how humane is the compensation plan? Because it's one thing for you to just jump into a company that has product, because they have lots of companies out there that had product. I needed to be sure that the compensation plan had me in mind, as in the compensation plan was something that I could relate, to me, and I could relate with it. Because there are so many companies in the country right now that all you do is to walk and walk and walk like an elephant, and then you get compensated like an ant. So I needed to be sure that the compensation plan was right for me. And then I came to the office, and when they broke down the compensation plan, I was wowed. I was like, are you sure this is possible? are you certainly sure this is possible? Because the compensation plan was second to none. I've never heard any plan like that, where I get compensated by people that I don't even know, people that just lands on my board from nowhere. I get compensated. So I was wowed about it, and I was really, really ready to do the business, because I knew that with that I am like on the way to becoming very, very successful in the industry. So my Immeri business is doing absolutely well, because like I said, the compensation plan was second to none. And then there's hardly anybody that listens to the plan that would not key in almost immediately, because I keyed in immediately. I mean, as soon as I was told the compensation plan, I went downstairs and I did my registration, and I registered my 3 kids, because my 3 kids are usually my first customers. So I did all of that. So I took the business to every nook and cranny of Nigeria that I could think of, because I knew that the business, once listened to, is going to blow. And me, I like to be in a place where anything is blowing. That I just have to be there. So the business is doing well. As of now, between 2019 and now, we have gone places. We have gone so far. I mean, for a small company that just came in to a globe, almost everybody knows about the Immeri now in Nigeria, even though we are still creating awareness, but we have gone so far. Yes, we have challenges. Every business has challenges. I mean, in Immeri, one of the challenges we had was that people were already burnt. Lots of people have lost money in network marketing, so they have lost confidence in network marketing. So before they could even listen to you, you have to like break the foundations, break a lot of brick walls, because they laid brick walls because they are not ready to do anything that has to do with network marketing anymore. So you have to like break those their brick walls to get to them. But most of the time, as soon as you get to them, they get convinced and they register. So we had challenges of people. Okay, first and foremost, it was not a known company, it was not known, and then the compensation plan was strange. People were used to binary, people were used to other forms of compensation. So for you to tell them that somebody from Ghana will land on their board and they will get compensated, they thought it was all fraud and all scam. But that's what we kept pushing and we got to where we are. Then another of the challenge that we had that really set us back a little was the COVID thing, and it was not just for Immeri, it was everywhere. The COVID-19 pandemic. But guess what? Inside the COVID-19 pandemic was when I became a director and also a one-star director, which meant that within the COVID, within the pandemic, and within the lockdown and lockups and all that, people were still interested in the business. People still listened to the compensation plan. People still listened to us. And then, guess what? The product was also very crucial at that point, because we had a product that dealt with immunity, that boosts immunity, and then we had a product that also takes care of your respiratory system, because you're at home most of the time eating and blowing up. So we had the Adwell, we had the V-Tide, and most importantly, many men, husbands and wife were in the house and they had to be together, and so we had Virgin to sell as well, which was also aiding their relationship. So we had lots of our products came handy at the point of the pandemic. So we're selling, and then we're also talking to people. So we've had challenges, but we also conquered them, because right now where we are in Immeri, Nigeria, we're at the place where we can confidently boast with companies that have been there for 10 years. I mean, we just came and we're just like 2 years old today, and then we are just like, we can stand shoulder to shoulder with companies that are like 10 years old already. So we are doing very well. We have encountered it. Most of other challenges that I would just literally challenges I would have said I had was having to travel from state to state to like talk about the business, because I tell myself most of the problem we had in other companies were that they were not teaching, lecturing, or training their distributors how they should be trained, and so wrong information were passed down the line. But in Immeri, we had trainings on weekly basis, on almost daily basis. We had trainings, and so because of that, we had wonderful information trickling down to the last person. So all our challenges were really taken care of. So we're doing very great in Immeri. My formula is quite easy. Or what I have gone to where I am in Immeri is very easy, because I tell people I'm a very passionate person. I am passionate, I am consistent, I am deliberate, I am resilient, and most importantly, I am intentional in whatever I do. All these qualities are what has guided me up to this moment. Because whatever I pick up to run with, I run with it. I don't even blink until I get to my destination, where I choose to get to. When I joined Immeri, my drive and my why, my motivation mostly were my children. I was very, very determined that they are not disenfranchised because they had lost their father. I was really, really, at that point where I wanted to show my daughter that even though your father is not alive, as a woman, you can get to any level that you want to get to in life. So I had that singular assignment to achieve. So I was very passionate about the Immeri business. I was very determined that it must take me to where I want to. In short, I had to create a phrase, a catchphrase, and I kept telling everybody that Immeri must pay my bills. And did it pay my bills? Yes, it paid my bills excellently, and it's still paying my bills. I made sure that even when people told me no, their no motivated me to go for more. Because I tell my team members all the time, I ask them, I said, if you are given the opportunity, if you are told by your doctor that unless you convince 10 people to join your Immeri business, you'll be a dead person, will you say, oh, I couldn't convince 10 and then go and lie down to die? No, you want to convince as many people as possible because you do not want to die. So I take my business as a do or die venture. I make sure that I push to the level at which nobody can even tell me no. Where my success will now motivate you, even without me saying so much, will motivate you to joining my business. And that is what I did as far as Immeri is concerned, Immeri Nigeria is concerned. I made sure that around my circle, anybody that comes around me knows that it's either Immeri or nothing. It's either you're discussing Immeri with me or you're not discussing anything, because I know that with that is how my bills will be paid. So I had to take those 5 steps, and I had to be sure that I'm achieving what I'm supposed to achieve. And by God's grace, we got to where we got to. I mean, within a very, very short space of time, I became a director, not by my sole singular effort, but I had my team members that also had the same drive and the same vision with me. I became a director, produced 2 directors in my team, and then lots of elite managers and lots of elite executives. So we are pushing to the extent that we want Immeri to be like a household name. That Immeri name, if you mention Immeri anywhere, people will be like, oh yes, I know about. Or you may even just mention Immeri, the next name that will come to their mind, oh, Lioness. That is what I want to do, and that is how happy I will get when my name becomes synonymous with Immeri, and it is happening right now. I want to use this opportunity to really, really thank my team. The truth is, I am here because of my team. I couldn't have done it on my own. It's not possible. I'm here because of my team. I'm here because they brought into my vision and ran with it. I'm also here because we have a management that listens to the leaders. I am very, very certain that all of us listening to this video will know that we have a very, very proactive management team. We have the wonderful marketing team. We have the wonderful management. Management as a whole is awesome. I'm also very grateful to the people that are behind the products. The products are excellent, out of this world. Wonderful, wonderful products. And then I'm grateful to every partner in Immeri, because the truth is, I tell everybody, we don't have a singular team in Immeri, because anybody can land on your board, and once the person lands on your board, the person becomes your team member, because you need the person to push for the board to get filled up. So I'm grateful to everybody, every single Immerian in the whole world. I'm saying thank you for pushing the dream. Thank you for pushing us to where we are, and then we'll keep pushing until we get to Diamond Ambassador. So that is where we are going to, Diamond Ambassador position. That is where we are going to. Thank you so very much. And then, like I always say, Immeri must be like this. Thank you so much.
In our commitment of upholding business